Hey guys, how you doing? By now, a lot of you would have heard about the brutal rape and murder of a woman in Kerala. She had stab wounds, strangulation marks on her neck, and according to the postmortem, she died from a blow to the head. There are signs of rape as well. Now, of course, this particular case is extremely horrific to read. It's hit the mainstream media, and they've started calling her Kerala's Nirbhaya. Now, Nirbhaya was the rape of a student that happened in the year 2012 in Delhi on board a bus. Now, they're yet to apprehend the perpetrator or perpetrators of this crime. I hope they find him or them and give the punishment he or they deserve. Now, what I'm going to say from here on might seem insensitive to many, but I've got to say it. Now, what the future holds comes as a genuine concern. The Nirbhaya case was extremely important in reference to laws because it is that one case with which they widened the definition of rape laws, and it has come to such an extent that almost anything is rape in the present scenario if the woman wishes it to be. The public sympathy was with the amendment of laws, and they used it to the best of their ability. By they, I mean the women's rights activists and feminists. They also used that case to amend the Juvenile Justice Act. Now, I believe the media and public comparing this case to Nirbhaya is to evoke the disgust one felt when that particular rape occurred and add it to this one. Obviously, a combination of both would truly bring forward a lot of disgust and hatred. What I believe is going to happen is that feminists and women's rights activists are going to use this case to further their cause. They'll use it as a springboard to make matters far worse for men than they already are. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen for sure. There were marches by journalists, the public, and women's rights activists asking for the capture of the culprit. Yeah, everybody's pretty much up in arms about this. Again, I would like to say that I do want the perpetrator to be caught. I do not want him to escape, and I do not condone such acts. But I'm just looking at the realistic outcomes of this particular case. There's something I'd also like to bring up amidst this. This is about something that happened merely a few days back. I had bookmarked it to talk about it. This seems the right time to do that. This is what the Indian Express had to say about this particular case. A woman from a Sanda village in Haryana's Jhajjar district was arrested Tuesday morning for allegedly murdering her husband, an employee of the Delhi Jal Board, in the intervening night of Sunday and Monday. Police said she cut up his body into pieces, buried his head, and put the remaining body parts inside a briefcase and in the bathtub. According to police, Pooja's husband Baljit used to abuse her, suspecting she was having an affair. Sub-Inspector Randhir Singh, SHO, Sardar Police Station, said Pooja has confessed to murdering her husband because he used to beat her up. The SHO said they discovered the murder after victim's elder brother Kuljit approached them. On the basis of this complaint, they have registered an FIR in the case. Police sources confirmed that they had dug up the victim's head and recovered other body parts from the briefcase. The hands and feet of the man were found from a bathtub inside the house, said police. Further investigation is underway. So this is pretty much all I found in the mainstream which prints in English. I started looking for it because I saw an article which was in Hindi. It takes a lot longer for me to read Hindi, to be honest, and that's why I went searching for articles in English. Now, in the previous article, it was said that she murdered him because he used to hit her. The truth is something else entirely. The article in Hindi stated that this woman had several extramarital affairs when her husband was out working. That means he was out working to make money to feed and shelter her. And during that time, she called the guys home. He found out about it somehow and confronted her. And what she did was lace his foot with something to knock him out. And according to the police, after he fell unconscious, she killed him with the help of her boyfriends or lovers or whatever you'd like to call them. And this is the weird part. She kept his body in the house for 2 days while cutting it up. 2 whole fucking days. The murder was discovered only because his sister came searching for him and found his body cut into several pieces. Now, if she was being abused, why did she not ask for help of the police or several women's help centers across the country? Women going for these extreme measures have no reason to do so when they have so many laws to protect them. It just doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. Anyway, you know as much as I do about this case, but this would never hit the mainstream media as much as the murder of the woman, would it? Nope. These cases happened just a few days apart. There was no march asking for justice, no march asking for the woman to be hanged or killed, just silence. When the perpetrator is a woman and the victim is a man, no one really cares. Could you even think of the uproar if the genders were reversed in this case? Men and women would be up in arms asking for the guy's head on a spike. I hope the perpetrator of rape is found and punished. And the woman who murdered her husband should get the same penalty a man would get. I don't think she will, though. The worst case scenario is obviously a death penalty. Now, considering that her murder was premeditated, she actually laced his food with some drug to render him unconscious. So it was premeditated. She should get the death penalty. But to be honest, that's highly unlikely. We'll see where it goes. I'll try and keep you updated if I do get to know anything more about this. Anyway, that's about it for today. Alright, till next time, guys. Cheers.